Okay, so we'll just look at if I'm mounted on someone and they're a lot bigger, which means that when my knees are on the mat and I lift my hips, I'm still connected to them because they're fat. Okay, so from our position, again, this is also, the smaller person on the bigger person. So notice the way now if I was connected to Matthew and the minute he just lifts his hips, my base is gone. So think about, I can put a hand on the mat, I can pick either side, and I'm just going to take one knee off the mat. We just turn this way, bro. So I'm going to lean to my left, put all the weight of my left knee, and now my right knee comes off the mat. And then I clamp my heel to Matthew's hip. Now there's space between his hips and mine. So in other words, when he lifts his hips, and again, my hand, I don't need to really keep it here, but I've got good base and he's still, I can still stay in this position. Now you may say, why don't just go to T-mount? T-mount was developed when Matthew turns onto the side. I will go to technical mount. Okay. And yes, he might bring his elbow inside, but that will give me the gift drop, which we'll look at next time. But I definitely don't want to go to T-mount if Matthew's flat on his back. So in other words, if I'm sitting on him and there's no space here, if I go to T-mount and he's flat, there's a massive space here, he can kind of come out the back door. So we're not, this is just sort of like an in-between, just one more time on that, bro, of T-mount and mount. So I just put my weight on one side and kind of clamp from this position. When you play this, you should be able to slow down the match even without putting your hands on the mat. So Matthew's just going to start lifting his hips. Now notice the way he can bump in two directions. He can bump me this way and I might have to go like that, or he can bump me this way. But either way, when he bumps, I have one knee on the mat and one knee off the mat, and my heel is clamping into this hip. Notice the way when he lifts his hips now, I can ride that movement. Whereas if I was on him and he lifts his hips and my base is gone, just move around there, bro. So it's just that. And again, from that movement, we are going to set up, that's going to be our setups for our submissions, because he's made a specific response, and that will give us openings to work our submissions in the future weeks.